Welcome to another episode of Uvaga Uvaga. We are coming to you once again from the museum. In this episode, we will discuss energy in Venezuela. Without carbohydrates, protein, electrolytes, and fiber, it is virtually impossible to compete at the highest level on the soccer pitch. Simply put, a top athlete needs energy to be successful. Some national teams make a concerted effort to ensure that their top athletes get the proper nutrition they need to fuel their drive for success. Just as the Argentine national team needed energy to win the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, countries need a steady supply of energy to grow a domestic economy. Venezuela is the proverbial elephant in the room when it comes to oil reserves. While Saudi Arabia may be the largest oil producer in the world, producing roughly 10 million barrels per day, Venezuela has the largest proven oil reserves in the world with roughly 298 billion barrels. Venezuela produces 770,000 barrels per day, but they have just over 1,000 years of production in reserve, while Saudi Arabia has only 80 years of production in reserve. Just as oil has helped Saudi Arabia's economy grow over the past 70 years, if done responsibly, Venezuela can have even greater rates of growth over the next 70 years. Although Venezuela's reserves are considered extra heavy crude oil and more costly to process, with advances in technology and a strategic plan that combines renewable energy sources with petroleum to meet the country's domestic needs, Venezuela could double their GDP in 10 years while averaging 7% growth annually. In addition, having an export-driven energy plan that leads with renewables being exported to neighboring countries and carbon fuels being exported abroad, coupled with the legal system that serves as a platform for growth, Venezuela could become a perennial leader in South America for decades to come. Venezuela's economic growth has been hampered by ineffective energy policy, not a lack of energy. If effective energy can be carried out, Venezuela can get in the game. They can fight their way into the economic World Cup of developed nations and thrive as a leader and innovator of the 21st century. Yes, it takes more than fuel, but it starts with energy. Some say that having too much can be a curse. Perhaps it can be, but I think Venezuelans would rather have an abundance of energy and come up with a viable plan to fuel sustainable economic growth and development than have no energy and the greatest plan that AI can generate. Signing off from the museum, this has been another episode of Uvaga Uvaga, brought to you by EFC United.